Hi everyone. In the previous video, we talked about the philosophy of clean code. Now it's time to get our hands dirty with the most basic building block of software, naming. We name variables, methods, classes every single day. But most developers treat naming as a secondary task. In this video, we are going to see why naming is actually a core engineering skill. Will cover four foundational rules to make your code speak for itself. The first rule is the most important. Reveal the intent. Look at the red box. We see int d. What does d mean? Days, dollars, distance. The developer wrote a comment to explain it. But here's the problem. The comment is there because the name failed to do its job. If you look at the green box, we see elapsed time uh, in days. Now we don't need the comment anymore. The name explains why the variable exists, what it does, and how it is used. When you see single letters like D, you are forcing the next developer to the mental mapping. They have to remember that D means days every time they see it. Don't make people think. Be explicit. Next rule. Rule number two, avoid disinformation. As programmers, we have specific meanings for certain words. If you name an array account list, you are lying to the reader because a list is a specific data structure in Java. If it's an array, just call it accounts. Also, avoid using names that look almost identical. Uh, in a large project, having XYZ controller for efficient storage and XYZ controller for efficient handling is a nightmare. They look the same at glance, and this leads to bugs that are very hard to find. Clarity is about being honest and being distinct. Next rule, meaningful distinctions. Uh, make meaningful distinctions. Often we can't think of a name. We add noise words like info, data, or object. If you have a product data class and a product info class, how do I know which one to use? They mean exactly the same thing to the human brain. The rule is simple. If two names are different, they must mean different things. Don't add info just because the name product is already taken. Uh, Find a better way to structure your code so that each name is unique and has a clear identity. Next rule, searchability. Finally, let's talk about searchable names. Look at this loop in the bed box. It uses the magic number 4 and 5. If you need to find where the number 4 is used in a project with 10,000 lines of code, you are in trouble. You will find thousands of unrelated results. But if you define a constant like uh, workdays or task weeks, you can search for the name and find every single usage instantly. Also, avoid single letter variables like S or J in large scopes. A name's length should match its scope. The bigger the scope, the more descriptive the name must be. Choosing good names takes time, but it saves way more time in the future. In next video, we will finish chapter 2 by talking about naming classes, methods, and the mental mapping trap. Thanks for watching, and remember, write code as if the next developer is a violent psychopath who knows where you live. See you next time.